Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to TEAMFCB. In today's segment of TEAMFCB Daily News, we've got loads of topics to speak about, starting from the attitude of one of your favorite in Raphinha, to Ousmane Dembele possible contract updates and transfer and news updates. Let's get started and let's get to it. With Barcelona having gone now without a win in 3 matches in a row, as they failed to put away Getafe this past weekend, being held to a goalless draw. It was another performance where the Catalans seems to lack the finishing product and the cutting edge needed to break open teams in the final third without the presence of Ousmane Dembele, Frenkie de Jong and Pedri. While the underperformance was cause for concern, another issue that seems to be growing into a matter of worry for Barca is the attitude and behavior of Raphinha. The 26-year-old was seen reacting very angrily on the touchline after Xavi took him off the field in the game with around 87 minutes of the time. According to Fernando Polo of Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona are starting to grow tired of Raphinha's attitude and angry behavior. This was not the first time that the Brazilian had reacted in such manner. The former Leeds United ace had shown his displeasure in an aggressive manner after being subbed off in UEFA Europa League, to be precise, clash against Manchester United as well earlier this year. And this type of behavior is said not to be going down too well with Barcelona coaching staff as well as some of his teammates. Xavi wants the Barcelona unit to be a family and look out for the group over the individuals, and it is claimed that Raphinha behavior goes against this idea and that the manager is trying to cultivate him with the team. Reports further states that the former Rennes winger also had been angered during a training session when he went in hard on challenge on few teammates, which caused Xavi to intervene and ask him to have this kind of intensity in the match. After the match, Xavi downplayed Raphinha's behavior, saying that he had already told the player that he had to get angry first with himself and then with the coach, and he had no problem with the players getting angry. But it seems like the Brazilian, who arrived for a huge fee of 58 million euros plus 7 in variables, is not pleasing the coaching staff with his antics. Next up, according to Sport, Barcelona monitoring Atlanta BC striker Rasmus Højlund as possible alternative for primary center forward target Victor Roque heading into the transfer window. Højlund joined Atlanta only last year, arriving from Stern Graz, and the 20-year-old striker is enjoying a solid debut campaign in Italy. In 28 appearances, 16 starts for Syria outfit. He has racked up a tally of 8 goals and 3 assists, demonstrating great potential. The player's exploit in Italy have alerted several clubs across Europe, with teams in the Premier League in particular taking note of his talent and high ceiling. Now Barca too are said to be following the Danish international, who has scored 5 goals in 4 matches for his country. It is no secret that the Blaugrana are in the market for reinforcement in the attacking line to address the over-reliance on Robert Lewandowski for goals. At the same time, the club At the same time, the club also want to keep succession plan in place for when the veteran superstar is phased out. Rogue of Atletico Pernes is the main target for Barcelona, but over the deal for the Brazilian have slowed down as the club are concerned about meeting his valuation, which is said to be around 45 to 50 million euros. Rogue, for his part, wants to join Barca and is not prepared to wait until August for his future to resolve. With the Premier League clubs such as Arsenal and Chelsea also gunning for his signature, Barcelona could end up missing out on the 18-year-old striker. Hence, Barca are looking at the other possible option in case such a scenario materializes, with Hojlund emerging as one of the options. The Denmark international has been linked to Manchester City superstar. The Denmark international has been likened to Manchester City superstar Erling Haaland due to his characteristics. Barcelona seem as a player who will score a lot of goals and believe that there is a big room for improvement within the forward. There have been speculation in Italy that the 20-year-old will cost a high fee in the summer, especially considering that his contract runs until 2027. However, there is a belief that the operation could be completed at much more restrained price. For now, there have been just initial surveys and nothing beyond that. Only time will tell if the interest translates into something more sustainable. Elsewhere across Italy, last week, Inter Milan defender Pirlo Osilio was spotted at Barcelona offices where he met with the Catalan club's counterparts Matteo Almani and Jordi Cruyff. While the Italian outfit have played down the meeting, reports of possible transfer discussion have been doing the rounds. Now, Sport is reporting that Inter Milan, who have been previously linked with Frank Kessie, had acquired 3 Barcelona defenders during the meeting with the club last week. As per the report, the Italian outfit were interested in gaining information about the situation of Clement Langley and Samuel Umtiti, both of whom are away on loan at Tottenham Hotspur and Leeds respectively. Along with that, the Italian also asked about Eric Garcia, who has found it hard to break into Xavi's plan this season, and Inter are looking for reinforcement in defense as Milan's screener is set to sign for PSG in the summer, while Stefan de Vrij future is unclear as well. But they cannot afford to splash big sum on new signing, and hence are looking at a player who are likely to be discarded by the current club. However, as things stands, Langley's signing looks tricky for Inter, as Tottenham are already in talks with Barcelona to sign the Frenchman on the permanent transfer. The signing of Garcia will also be complicated, as the Spaniard has no intention to leave Barcelona this summer despite his situation. Some reports have even suggested the 22-year-old could be turned into a defensive midfielder next season. As for Umtiti, an operation will be possible as long as Inter find an agreement with the player and are willing to pay some fee to the Blaugrana for the Frenchman. Further negotiations are likely to take place in the future, with Inter expected to propose player exchange deals to land. They target While we were talking about Victor Roque, transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has offered an update on the future of Victor Roque. The Brazilian has been identified as a crucial target for Barcelona ahead of the summer transfer window, with many viewing him as an ideal long-term solution in the offensive unit. As per Romero, Roque has set his heart on the move to Barcelona. He has said it publicly multiple times, but more importantly, he has maintained a similar stance even in private channels. However, Victor Roque does not want to wait until July or August to secure a move to Catalonia. He wants to move to the city as soon as possible, as the club prepares for the new season ahead. Barcelona, though, are in a precarious position, and the club are facing immense pressure to fix the financial issues and reduce chunk of the salary expenditures. The board members are working overnight to find economic solution that will allow them to sign new players in this coming summer. But with Lionel Messi return as one of the priorities, coupled with operation to sign Inigo Martinez and Ilkay Gundogan, it may take some time for Barcelona to make provision for Victor Roque. The club are in contact with La Liga officials seeking clearance over the transfer market activities. The process may take some time and stretch till July or August, potentially impacting the club pursuit of Victor Roque. As far as the Brazilian is concerned, he is keen on joining Barcelona, but the player has also been scouted by other European giants including Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain, so it might get tricky in a few months ahead of the transfer window, as Barcelona look forward to market solutions to sign the young Brazilians. All right. Next up, when you talk about snake in the grass, you talk about Real Madrid. Well, while Jean Laporta comments yesterday during the press conference have stirred up all tensions between Barcelona and Real Madrid, he accused the Los Blancos of having close ties to those in power and receiving favorable treatment from referees. Laporta also criticized Real Madrid's decision to act as an accused in the Negreira trials, which could further damage the already strained relationship between the two clubs. A report from Marca suggests that Real Madrid is preparing to retaliate against Laporta's comment. Some in the club hierarchy sees the comment of Barcelona president as defamation. It's ironic considering Laporta's used similar It is iconic considering Laporta used similar rhetoric. It's actually iconic considering Laporta used similar rhetoric when discussing the Negreira case or allegation, even confirming that the club have filed 20 lawsuits for defamations. The reports point out that Real Madrid may publicly contest Laporta's comment and take legal action, most likely in form of defamation suits. While Laporta did not avoid mentioning Real Madrid president Florentino Perez by name, the once cordial relationship between the two clubs could be headed for a breakdown, much like what happened between Real Madrid and Atletico last summer. When the Merengues had poached one of Atletico's top talent, well, the crosstown rival backed out of the Super League project. It's led to the two club relationship hitting a rock bottom, and it appears the same situation may just happen with Barcelona. It is It is a possibility that Real Madrid may look to compete with Barcelona for talents, though they are not expected to go after Gavi, who is out of contract at the end of the season. One thing is for sure, Real Madrid's training their relationship with Barcelona is a bad OM for the Super League project, especially with Juventus also struggling. It is hard to imagine how these three clubs would unite most of the European giants and put an end to UEFA monopoly. Now to our main news. Alright, amid all the contract controversies surrounding Gavi, another player Barca must cater to is Ousmane Dembele, the forward, who has been one of the club's finest performers since last year. Will have his contract expire in 2024. His performance, though, have already sparked interest across European clubs, and the player has a release clause worth only 50 million euros. Although Ousmane Dembele's initial release clause valuation is 100 million euros, it will reportedly drop down to 50 million euros in July and August, when the transfer market is at the peak of its activity. In order to avoid potential departure, Barcelona are desperate to tie Dembele down to a new contract. According to Fabrizio Romano, the Catalans are yet to begin formal talks with the player agent over a new contract, but they are soon going to hold a meeting. Romano adds that Dembele is happy with his life in Barcelona. His coach Xavi Hernandez is also happy with the player performances, having played a crucial role behind his resurgence at Camp Nou. Both parties are calm about the situation for now, but sooner than later, Barcelona must come up with a renewal offer before other European giants look out for his service in the coming summer. With the 50 million release clause unlikely to be activated before July, Barcelona have ample time to sort out their finances. The Catalans were not able to offer fortunes to Sergio Busquets, proposing a renewal worth 7 million euros per season. So one would imagine the club might not be able to offer Dembele a lucrative deal either, which could raise concern over the player's future. But for now though, Dembele will be keen on ending the season well. He has struggled with injuries for a chunk of the year so far, but could be an option for the upcoming game against Atletico Madrid. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it from today, Team FCB Daily. But as always, I'll see you in another one.